Next segment, Seth Rollins in the Judgment Day. Of course, after the interaction between Cody Rhodes and Brock Lesnar, which I thought was weird. Seth Rollins was still in the ring, and he did not get involved in that dust up at all. But he was there, and Judgment Day came out. Of course, Damien Priest, Rhea Ripley, and Dominik came out, basically running down Rollins. Rollins basically making fun of Dom in the interaction there. Basically setting up a match between Dominik and Seth Rollins at the end of the night. What do you guys think about that? As that ended in, I believe, a DQ. Damien Priest obviously coming in. Dominik basically setting up, hey, yo, you can cash in. And Finn Balor coming in, interrupting all of that, basically continuing that storyline there as we saw. What do you guys think about that?
Yeah, Finn pretty much came out and said, "Man, fuck your cashing." That's how I interpret it. Like, that was literally Finn saying, fuck that. You essentially cost me the title because I got up on the top rope. And you pretty much made it clear that you made it clear with the briefcase that you initiated that you were going to cash in. You distracted me, and I lost because of you. So you really think I'm going to let you cash in, let you win the title that I should have won? So I definitely get understand that storytelling. Now, if Seth Rollins is supposed to continue feuding with Judgment Day, does that mean that we're going to get another Seth and Finn match at the pay-per-view? I mean, I wouldn't mind because they always got get great matches, but it almost seems as though that, like, if you're going to do that, then wouldn't it not make sense for Priest to somehow be involved with a cash in there if they're ultimately going in that direction. But other than that, when Seth was still in the ring, I reacted the same way you did, Daniel. I was like, "Man, you're still out here?" I was like, "You still after all that."
Because I was still coming home. I was still coming home initially when you wrote in the chat that Brock returned. And you said he interrupted between Cody and Seth. I was like, triple threat for SummerSlam, because that's where initially I thought it was going. But for Seth to have no interaction with those guys and then just basically get interacted with the Judgment Day, it's like, okay, they're continuing the Seth Rollins Judgment Day trio type of storyline where Seth is kind of going to be battling Damien Priest and Finn Balor going forward, whatever the case with that. But it's like, where I'm thinking of the briefcase, it's like Damien has to cash in before SummerSlam, right? Because we're not going to get another Finn Balor versus Seth match at SummerSlam. I don't think so.
What? So
I don't see how
Priest versus Finn at SummerSlam.
Something, or a triple threat. Or something like Finn has to cost him his match or something like that by disqualification. He loses his cash in. He goes on a rampage. Maybe that starts the breakup. Maybe that's where we get JD McDonough introduced to the group.
Yeah, Priest and Dom or whatever.
Yeah, or something, or some type of variation of that, because it's like, I don't think Finn Balor can get another title shot. He has not won. He has not won.
And I know you guys probably already talked about it, but the match with Seth and Finn, it didn't, I don't know.
I thought it was all right.
Yeah, it didn't do anything for me. It was a decent match. And even just like, and if you think about it, like, I don't know, Damien coming out there, it's like you're really saying, "Oh yeah, I'm here to help you. You're here to help with your Money in the Bank briefcase." Like,
Oh, exactly.
Because if I win, are you gonna cash in on me?
That's where the angle plays up with Finn, right? Because it's like Finn is like, "Yo, why do you have that?"
Exactly. And for him to be like, "Oh, I'm here to help you." It doesn't make sense to me. So that's why, like, this whole, like, of course he was gonna come out and screw you out of your cash in because you literally just did the same thing. Yeah, I don't know. Just that aspect doesn't make the most sense for him to just be like, "Oh yeah, I came to cash out," but as soon as you're about to
that's another thing too.
win,
it wasn't like it was with him with the briefcase. It wasn't like Dom and Rhea with him. It wasn't all of Judgment Day. So it was like, like if they're trying to make Finn look like the heel, I mean, like, if anything, like, he's the guy that's the smartest. He's like, "Yo, what are you doing with that?"
I'm hoping, I'm praying that, sorry, not to cover your brand, that I'm really hoping it's not a failed cash in. I really hope it's not, because I feel that those failed cash-ins, like, they fuck up careers. If you think Damien Sandow.
I don't think they'll do that. They're high on Priest right now, so I don't think they do that unless that there was like a plan moving forward.
Yeah.
Whereas in like, okay, he doesn't get his cash in, but he ends up being the one that beats Seth 1-on-1 anyway, even without cashing in his money in the bank.
I know.
So they're high on him. So I really hope they don't do that either.
I'm just saying the failed cash-ins list is not that great. You got Damien Priest, Baron Corbin, Damien Sandow. Who else failed to cash in?
I totally forgot about Sandow's cash in. Oh yeah. I can see the
freaking
when Damien Sandow cashed in his thing, I was like, this guy looks jacked. He looked like he's ready. I'm like, if they're gonna put it on him to like dethrone Cena, I'm like, are they gonna do that? And then it was like, no, Super Cena.
I mean, it's crazy to think that they had to have that conversation. They're like, what if someone doesn't do this successfully? And it's just like, yeah, you're gonna. How do you swallow that pill? How do you be like, yeah, I want Money in the Bank? It's like, yeah, it's not gonna be successful. What do you mean?
What do you like? No, I mean,
still gonna get a title shot at some point?
I'm pretty sure there's a lot of guys that are just compliant, like they just understand their role, they understand it's business and stuff like that. But it's just like, I would be gung ho. Like, am I going to get another shot like in a month or two? Like, I got to be able. There's got to be some type of beneficial. Am I going to win the Rumble? Like, I got to get some type of sweet spot there if I'm going to drop this thing. I can't. That's a tough because most people who win the Money in the Bank cash in and win. Like, it just makes sense because it's like you're not going to be dumb. You're not going to be dumb and put it in an inopportune time. You're going to put it at the most. When the champion's at his weakest, when he's at his vulnerable, I'm gonna do it like that. So
but it's crazy to think, and like because they've done it to the men, but like when they were reading off them stats, they're like the women, it's 100% up to this point. So I'm like, who's
don't do it to Ito.
You know what's funny? The one who probably could have taken that bullet was Nikki Cross because Nikki ASH was not. It was a
dumb gimmick. It was a dumb gimmick. You know how, as I always say about Nikki Cross, just make her mankind. Just make her mankind. That's all you got to do. It's not hard.
And that's the one time you can't really come at creative because it was her idea. See, that's the only time when you can't come at the creative. That was all Nikki Cross. That was her dumbass idea that they just went with. They're
like, you're doing this? You're putting on a mask? Okay.
You're a superhero from the kids? You know what? Damn it. I understand that. I can get with it.
Yeah. But there's just this, I mean, I don't know how they're gonna do this whole Judgment Day story. Is like, I really hope Damien doesn't get screwed in his cash in because like they said, he would be the first Puerto Rican born champion. I don't know how many years, and it's like that would be kind of
probably since like Carlito's father, like as a world champion. I don't know if it's WWF, but like Carlone.
But it's been a long time.
Again, I think we all wouldn't mind him seeing with the World Heavyweight title. Of course, it's not the WWE Championship, but it's still a top title and on Raw. It would be dope for him to win that, have a run with it, or whatever the case may be for a couple months. Whatever they do, he should be in the main event picture. We think that he's on the cusp of that. But he's getting screwed. I firmly believe that. There's no way, as I said,
cash-in or him as champ.
Oh, he's getting screwed on the cash-in.
You think
There's no way Finn can let him be champion. There's no way. And the only question I talked about it with Brian, I'm like, JD McDonough has to be introduced into the group in that attack. The only question is, what side do Dom and Rhea play in that? Are they going to side with Finn? Are they going to break away and do their own thing? Like, that's the only thing where I'm looking at that. What are they going to do? What are they actually going to do?
Yeah.
But I just don't think Damien can be champion with that cash in.
I saw a report, and I didn't get a chance to read. They were like, they think Finn has like outgrown the Judgment Day, which with the way things are right now, it looks like he's the one that's gonna be exiting, and but then it's like
I can see him still taking over the
group thing. This group thing should have been your ticket to the title.
Yes,
like they should have
helped Finn win.
And helped them win this title. Like even that match with him and Seth, Judgment Day should have been in his corner, help him win. That would have been. You could have easily had a fucking like bloodline like with like Clash at the Castle. You introduce Solo and you're like, no, sorry, yeah, it was Clash of the Castle, where they screwed fucking Drew and you're like, no, and it's just like the group should be, if you're a heel and you're getting that heat, they should, as much as it
help
sucks,
you win every time. And you think about all the heel groups, 4 Horsemen. They always helped Ric Flair. Evolution. They always helped Triple H. Fucking DX. They always helped Shawn. Fucking NWO. They always helped Hogan. like that's the one thing where I'm looking at Finn. Hell in a Cell. They should have done that. Every single time he's not getting the backup. So it's like, what are they doing as a group? That's the one thing. They've been better. They have been getting awesome on Raw. They're the main top faction on there. But it's like, what are they doing in regards to Finn? Like the top heels should be getting the wins. They should be helping him, and they're not doing it.
Yeah, because you could easily like I said, like Rhea has the title. You got Damien out with Money in the Bank. They could each, even if you give them tag team titles, there would be like a legitimate like, everybody has something.
Yeah, that's what I thought that they were going to do with Damien Priest and Dom originally. Yeah, they were going to put the tag titles on them, and they didn't. They're not even getting tag team shots. So it's
and they had feuds with KO and Sammy, which I'm surprised they weren't even included in this pay-per-view, but
yeah, that was strange. The women's title wasn't there. Like, that's weird.
Yeah, but we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, we'll see.
Space out the matches to make the episodes of Raw more watchable, I guess. Not putting everything on one card. Now let's space these out on these episodes of Raw because we're gonna need them, especially on Raw. It's 3 hours long.
Shit, where the hell's the U.S. title? I feel like that thing's collecting dust at this point.
I saw a report that they were saying they're probably going to take the title off of him.
They should.
It's kind of stale, and I'm like,
yeah,
that's my guy. You guys aren't booking him correctly.
You know what I saw?
He legit has nobody in the mid card over there to go after. I mean, I think they're gonna go Sheamus. I mean, that's something that's something I read. He beat Sheamus, but so it's like, I don't know. If you look at their mid card, I mean, who realistically?
Montez Ford.
Please.
Just do it.
Please.
Just do it. That is the rivalry. I've been saying this. This could be. I'm not saying just in talent wise. I'm just saying this can be Triple H versus The Rock through the summer. Like in '98, just do it. I'm telling you, like those guys can go. You don't have to keep trying to figure it out. The Street Profits will be okay. Montez Ford can have the singles run or do whatever he needs to do. But if we're gonna continue this, it's like if Austin Theory is gonna have challenges, Montez Ford should be one of those.
I hope they do that without them turning on each other because I don't want the Street Profits to like break up and shit. So.
You don't want another Tucker and Otis type of thing where he just turns on.
That's the case. What's his name? Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins is going away.
I think as I said, we've always talked. I think he's talented enough to hang.
He is now. Before I would have been like, but the thing with I don't know if you guys talked about it. With Cena coming out and Money in the Bank.
Yeah, and that's what we wanted to get to.
We actually missed that. So we're
segue.